There's the wriggle. And rolling up and down. Hey, Richard. The fingers. And into the palm. And there's Alaska right on time. Now we got 4. Into the pads of the pinky. And the thumb. And across the wrists. And across the knuckles. And we'll leave the ball in the palm of the hands, interlace the fingers and squeeze. And release. And squeeze. And release. And one more squeeze. And release. And let's bounce. 3, 2, 1. And the ball goes on the floor. Assess how the feet are feeling. And step on the ball right in the middle. Press down 3 times. Bring it up to the knuckles and press down once on each. Pivot on the heels and roll it across the knuckles. Pivot on the toes and roll it across the top of the heel. Press down just below the first knuckle at the side of the top of the heel and over in the middle of the 5th metatarsal. Roll down the bones. And scribble. Three, 2, 1, release, reassess, and go to the other foot to repeat. Up to the knuckles. Scooting it across the knuckles. And across the top of the heel. Press down in the 3 spots. Roll down the bones. And scribble. Three, 2, 1. Get the ball out of the way. Reassessing. And let's do some more windmills. No, good morning. I'm sorry. Good morning. 3, 4. 10, 11, and 12, and then shake the tree. Three, two, one, center, twist at the waist, swing the arms. And center, with some motion wave breathing. Fingers and thumb at the base of the spine, step out and gather in starlight. And center, same thing, other way. And center. We are walking, marching, or jogging. Get the heart rate going. So today we're going to be doing the movements to release the tight hamstrings. No squats involved. We're going to do rapid squats to get the heart rate going even more in a little while. Or just keep doing what you're doing. Be safe. I'm going to sprint. And we've got some rolling in the after class. Going to get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 10. $20. And 30. 2 deep breaths. Interlace the fingers. Raise the hands up overhead. Reach it up. Come on back down. Bend back if you can. Back to center, bend to one side. Then bend to the other. Back to center, drop the hands to the chest. Push out. Come on down, interlace the fingers behind the back. Raise the hands up. You lie, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And come down and shrug. And roll back. And roll forward. Extend the arms and rotate. Other direction. And one palm down, one palm up, flip flop. Bring the arms into a W, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Release, squeeze. Release, one more time, squeeze. Release, bring one arm across the body, press in at the elbow. And then the other. First arm behind the back, pressing down and in. And then the other. Grab both elbows, rock side to side. Bring the hands down, rotate the neck. Other direction. Nod. And go ear to shoulder. Bring the heels together and squeezing at the heels, squeezing the glutes. Pressing one heel against the other, holding. And tuck in the chin and peck like a pigeon. Keep that chin tucked in and turn to one side. Drop the chin to the collarbone. And then look up. Back to center, still tucked, look the other way. Drop the chin. And look up. Let's do a side lunge. Go the other way. And come on up and grab a stick because we're doing a GymStick routine, which includes hamstrings and calves and everything else. Start with some dynamic swimmers, behind the back in one direction. And then the other. And then bring the stick up overhead and oscillate back and forth, side to side. And then behind the back and twist at the waist. Bring the stick down to just above the knees in the back. Bring the hands around front in between the knees. Hinge at the waist and pull up. And then bring the stick around front in the middle. Step away, hinge at the waist, stretch the upper body and the shoulders in particular. Come on up, bring the stick across the body with one arm. With the other, reach underneath the armpit, grab the shoulder, hinge at the waist, and tug gently at that shoulder. Same thing the other way. Bring the stick to the side of the foot. Push out with the top hand, pull in with the bottom hand, hinge slightly at the waist. Same thing, other way. Bring the stick out in front of one foot, move that foot about 6 inches away, drop the stick to your collarbone. Slide your hands down the stick. There's a tiny little bunny outside the window. Lift the sole and go side to side if you want to increase the stretch on the hamstring. Come on up. Same thing with the other foot. Come on up. Press the sole of the first foot against the stick. And then the other foot. Front leg 90 degrees, back leg, you're on your toes, the ball of your feet. Stretch the hip flexors. Switch the position of the legs. Come on up, grab one leg by the shin, ankle, or toes. Stretch the quads. And the other leg. Bring that first leg around front, press the knee back, hinge at the waist. Same thing on the other leg. Come on back, stick out in front in the middle, hold on with two hands, one hand, or a finger or two, come up on your toes, back on your heels 15 times, holding about a second at each position. That's 5. And 15. All right. Let's put the stick down. We're going to do the hamstring stretches. I'm going to walk, but you can stand still. The first one is knee to chest. Stand next to a wall if you feel any balance issues, or in front of something sturdy, like a desk or a counter. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And a second again, stand still or walk, heel to seat. 2, 2, 3. 9, and 10. We'll do a pelvic roll. Put your hands on your hips. You want to thrust out and back, out and back. 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be loosening up that lower back part. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now you want to go to a wall, hold on to the wall, and we're going to bend the knee and kick out and in 3 positions. One just off the ground, then at about 45 degrees, and then at about 90 degrees. We're going to do 10 on each. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, up, 1, 2, 10, and then 90, 1. And then you can turn around or go to the other wall, do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. Bring it up. 2. And 90. And 10. All right. I'm still holding on to the wall. Come across and touch one foot and come up. The opposite foot, or get close to it. Ten times. And again, either turn around or go to the other wall and do the same thing to the other foot. Ten. And then finally, we're going to get down on the floor. Lie down. Back a little. And I'm going to bring the leg up in the air. Let's do 10 on one side and then 10 on the other. And 10, and then the other. Okay, you can sit up and you can do this either sitting or standing. We're going to do the ha breath. And do it at your own pace, but the idea is to take a full exhalation, diaphragmically, feel the belly expand, feel the ribs expand, feel it go up in the chest, and then exhale with the ha sound, mouth open, for as long as you can. I'm going to do 3 rounds. Your ha may be longer than mine, it may be shorter than mine. Do as much as you can. You ready? Okay, I've done 3. Just finish up. If you're still doing the hop, then we're going to stand. When you're done, rub your hands together and cultivate chi. And form that chi ball. Moving with the chi ball. Weight shifting. Like water flowing. And 3, 2, 1. Center, 2 breaths. And let us open our hearts. And then exhale and let it out. Center, 2 breaths. And bring down heavenly chi. Go down, gather it up. And namaste.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay, all right, take care. Have a good one. Don,
You too.
thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Take care.
I shall. Ricardo. I was going to do some rolling. You good? I'm going to get the balls. Do you have 2 balls? Perfect. All right, I'll meet you on the floor. Whoops. On there. All right. And I've got mine in a sock, but they don't have to be in a sock. Idea is to put them between the spine, right at the bottom of the shoulder blades. And at least for the first 2 moves, you might want to put a roller under your head. You don't have to, but I think it relieves a little bit of the pressure. So the feet are on the ground, arms are crossed, and we're going to do, let's say, 5 rotations in one direction, and then 5 in the other. Take a deep breath in. Nice exhale. Move the ball up to the middle, right in between the shoulder blades, middle of the shoulder blades. Cross the arms again, and then do 5 circles in either direction. And take a deep breath. Could be a hot breath, as I just did. And then move the balls up to the top of the shoulder blades, right below the neck. And you're going to want to move the roller away on this one. And again, cross your arms, 5 in one direction and 5 in the other. Deep breath in. And out. And then let's take the roller and put it in the middle of the back. Soles of the feet are on the floor. Hands are crossed on the chest. And I'm going to roll the roller down to the bottom of the rib cage, but not below, and back to the middle again. Bottom of the rib cage, up to the middle of the rib cage. Nice and slow, about an inch per second, back and forth. One more time. And then go from the middle of the rib cage up to just below the neck. And go all the way from just below the neck to the bottom of the rib cage. I'm going off. And all the way back a few times. Hmm. 3, And one last one. One and down. And that's that.